This is Goku Sun DBZ, and welcome back for another comic book review. And today we are reviewing Transformers Till All Are One, issue number 1 by IDW, Road to Revolution. And as we see on the cover here, we see some familiar faces like Starscream, some not so similar since I haven't been reading a lot of the newer comics. And we see some unrecognizable like these, the Constructicons, and other Decepticons, and somebody who often looks a lot like Rat Trap from Beast Wars, interestingly enough, but really nice artwork. First, of course, here we see an ad, and of course, remember, thumbs up this video, like, subscribe, follow me at twitter.com/GokuSunDBZ, as well as on Google Plus and now Tumblr. And we see it shows the time, and we see Metroplex. And of course we see wars going on and stuff, obviously. We have here a fallen Decepticon. And here we have two characters that look an awful lot like Airazor and Tigertron, also from Beast Wars. Interesting, is it not? And then we go and we see this young female Transformer, who's discussing things out. And of course, they're talking about Energon issues, of course, which is obviously what powers the Transformers. And we see here, confirmed it myself, and this one is saying, then do something about it. The balance must be maintained until our upgrades are completed, but this has gone far enough. Of course, there's obviously probably a reason why we see the times constantly being shown. And here we see Bumblebee and Starscream. Starscream is saying, we can't know for sure if the rumors are true. And he's saying, you're obsessing, Starscream. Are you really willing to risk this much to cause this much suffering just to prove someone already dead when you shot him yourself? So yeah, it's kind of interesting seeing Starscream and Bumblebee together. It sounds like a very interesting alternate reality. And we see some other familiar faces of Transformers, of course. Like a certain Autobot right there. And we see discussing and stuff going on. And they're trying to discuss what is to happen. And we see the head, it looks like, of the group is Starscream, interestingly enough. And it says, like, at first, the top, the Justice Committee takes the floor. We call Ironhide of Cybertron, please approach. So noted. Though I hope this won't be a waste of time. But it is looking interesting, like they're having a court case. And here we see some people, of course, or not people, but robots, contemplating and looking at, obviously, a dead Transformer. 5 Decepticons have been found this week alone, beaten to a pulp, with no memory of who did it or why. And it's here. The last victim died from his injuries. And we don't think these are drunken brawls because these incision marks are clearly from, yep, a surgeon transformer. They were attacked for their memories. It is interesting seeing Beast Wars characters with regular Transformer. Perhaps it's a killer who likes to steal memories or a thief looking for information. Could they attack our people as well? They've only targeted cons so far. There's no reason to think they'll change. Which means it continues to be an internal Cybertronian matter. On the contrary, the latest victim, the one who died, was a Decepticon, but he was also a key supplier of parts. His death has significantly impacted repair efforts. Alita 1 herself has insisted it be investigated. Cybertron or not, we can't just stand by while people brains are cut up. Starscream. So we have some interesting things going on here in Cybertron. And they continue debating matters. Of course, we see some interesting familiar faces from Generation 1 Transformers here. And I will say, I praise this comic for the art. It's very loyal. And it's just beautiful, the overall art style. Yeah, you can definitely tell, though, it was not done by hand. It was definitely not hand-drawn. You can tell it's computer, because it's far too polished, though it is beautiful. And this group of Decepticons are debating and deliberating about things going on. And here we go back to this court case going on in this committee. Well, at least it's over, Ironhide. I'm sorry I dragged you into all of this. And things need to change, but I never want you to be in danger. I don't mind a little danger, Windblade. Not if it means helping you keep Starscream in line. Yes, Will, I try. What is it? An alert from... Yep, looks like Blur's got an unrory customer. Blur, what seems to be the problem? You're one of those Camions, right? The fam bots? these aren't words. Trunca, Tron, or whatever. For Prime's sake. And where from Cancer. But it's looking like, of course, debate's going on. It looks like things are escalating pretty quickly. As we see. And they continue debating things. And now it's getting physical. That's just wonderful. Get off me. You want to talk about swindle? We're happy to do it down at the station. What? No, I don't know anything about that. Please, you gotta believe me. I told you, officer, I have this under control. Yeah, well, now we do, so back up. And we see it continues to escalate, and now he's trying to make a run for it. Well, that kind of slowed him down. Where is that backup? Green Blade. There's been an incident. You've got to get down here now. Ironhide, what happened? All scrap. And they're like, Ironhide. You are to step back. This is a crime scene. And of course, he's wanting to know what's going on. It looks like things are escalating quickly. And Ironhide isn't helping matters. And here's Starscream, as we see. And now we have a ton of debating going on here. It is interesting now. It looks like Starscream is a leader. Things have changed a lot in the comic book universe, obviously. Starscream, do you have a comment on the murder? Only that it's too soon to call this an incident anything like murder. We don't know what happened here. And until... Does that mean you haven't seen the footage? What footage? This was just sent to our station. Holt, stay back. Where did you get it? You can't air this, Owl. It's already live. To be continued. And the cover of next issue. Panic on the streets of Cybertron. And here's some covers for some other Transformer issues. Now that looks pretty cool. With Starscream. I mean, not Starscream, but Soundwave. And then it shows a timeline with all the comic book series and stuff. Which is kind of cool. So they kind of set out a actual timeline like you could say Star Wars has done. And that is a comic book review for Transformers to R1, issue number 1, Road to Revolution by IDW. And these are the next 2 comics to expect coming. Street Fighter Legends, Cammy, issue number 1. And after that, Nightwing Rebirth, issue number 1. So you can stay tuned for these 2 comics in the near future. And until next time, remember, same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.